Welcome to our channel. This is going to be a quick overview of the Atem Mini Extreme line. The Blackmagic Atem Mini Extremes are two. We have the Atem Mini Extreme itself and then the Extreme ISO. The major difference between the Extreme ISO and then the Extreme is the ability to record each individual input. We have both here, the Extreme and then the Extreme ISO. Now, all these were given to us by Bellsmile, but unfortunately, we will not be able to unbox both of them. We can only unbox the Extreme. So the Extreme comes in a box that looks like this, and then if I open this way, and then the literature as usual, styrofoam and other things, wow, and then the device itself. So I'm going to just, wow, it's a lot heavier. It's a lot heavier than I expected. Okay, so this is how the Atem Mini Extreme looks like. So the Atem Mini Extreme comes with 8 inputs. So as compared to the Atem Mini and the Atem Mini Pro, the Extreme comes with 8 inputs. So you can see all the 8 inputs here, and then there are 2 outputs. There are 2 outputs here: the USB-C, the Ethernet, the Atem control. So the Ethernet port I can use as an Atem control or for live streaming, and then the power. Atem Mini Extreme and the TV Studio HD are the same price. They are all priced the same. Now, the major difference between the Studio HD and then Extreme is the Studio HD has 4 SDI inputs and then 4 HDMI inputs, and then a whole lot of outputs behind it. Then on the Extreme, you would have only 2 outputs. So you have one output that you will use either for program out or to preview each of the cameras, and then a second output where you can assign to maybe a monitor, a presentation, or TV or screens in an auditorium, or whatever reasons you want to use. You can even connect it to a monitor, a different monitor, or a recording device like the video assist or any other recording device on that. Okay, but on the TV Studio, you have a whole lot of outputs that you can use for things. Also, another issue and another benefit of the Atem Mini Extreme is about the form factor. It makes it very easy to use in churches, studios, NGOs, conferences, and things like that, because you can just lay it down on a desk like this. You can put it down on a desk like this, and then you have access to all the inputs and all the buttons that are in front of it. The Atem Mini Extreme solves a lot of the limitations of the Atem Mini Pro. Now, anytime you are doing any production that you have to use maybe 3 cameras, and you want to record using the USB-C port, you will not be able to have any extra port for recording. So I cannot use the USB-C port that is behind the Atem Mini Pro for live streaming, and then I can record. But on the Extreme now, the Extreme actually comes with two USB-Cs. So if I really wanted to use a virtual software like OBS, vMix, Wirecast, and other things, then I can connect a USB-C from the USB-C port to the software or to my PC for live streaming, and then I can also connect my USB-C hard disks, to the USB-C port, and I can record that. That was one of my main issues. So we've done a couple of productions where we didn't need so many cameras. All we needed was about 2 or 3 cameras, but because we needed an extra port to record a higher resolution video, we're forced to either go with our TV Studio HD or go with the Production Studio 4K. With the introduction of the Atem Mini Extreme, you don't need to carry a lot of equipment to be able to do very simple or even very, very complicated live streaming. Sometimes this is what I do. I connect the output from my TV Studio to a video assist, and then from a video assist maybe to a streaming device, any streaming device or any capture card for live streaming. But with the introduction of Blackmagic's new line of video assist, I really don't need to do that. So all I need to is to update if you have the new version of the video assist, all you have to do is to connect a USB-C cable from the video assist to a PC. So if you are using a television studio or any of the switches that require a capture card before you are able to live stream, then you can connect the USB-C cable to your video assist, and then from the video assist to your PC, from the PC to the live streaming software, then you can use that for live streaming. So now it takes away this whole portion of the using a different capture card or a different streaming device before you can connect to a PC. That is one advantage about the video assist. Another advantage of the Atem Mini Extreme over the TV Studio HD is that now with the TV Studio HD, you need all your inputs to come in at the same, all the inputs have to be in the same resolutions for them to work. So if you have one coming at 1080p 50, another one coming at 1080p 60, then you have to have some form of a scaler or utilize something like this, like an up-down cross, which is also a scaler, and also able to convert from SDI to HDMI or HDMI to SDI whilst scaling your output for you. And you have to do something like that. But with the introduction of this Atem Mini line, as we already know, all the inputs have inbuilt scalers. Okay, so let me set this aside, and then now let's concentrate a little bit more on the Atem Mini Extreme. So the Atem Mini Extreme has 8 inputs. So there are 8 inputs. There are 8 inputs behind the Extreme. 8 inputs behind the Extreme, and each input has a scaler, so has an inbuilt scaler. So if I have different resolutions, I really don't mind. All you have to do is connect to them. And then if I'm connecting a PC to my switcher tool, it makes it very easy, because I just have to connect the output of the PC to any of the input ports on my Extreme, and then for live streaming. So one of the things that is very amazing or very interesting about this Atem Mini Extreme is Super Source. Super Source was previously available on the high-end Atem switches and or the Atem constellations, but now that has been brought down to the Atem Mini Extreme line, to the Atem Mini lines. So on the Extreme, you'll be able to do super sources. Okay, now if you look at the buttons of the Atem Mini Extreme, in front they may look somewhat intimidating, so many buttons, so the inputs and things like that, but it's really not that complicated. It's really not that complicated. Actually, it works out because each input here have all the corresponding buttons for that input, so it's just a repetition. So from here to here, all these buttons are just repeated. All you have to understand is what the buttons do for the inputs and how they affect your whole production, and then you can just replicate that on all your inputs. Okay, you are able to control the audio for each of the audio inputs. So we have mic 1 and mic 2, so you can just turn them on here, just like how it was on the Atem Mini Pro. So although the buttons are many, I don't think it's that complicated. And then there's this portion where this is which is new. The Atem Mini Pro does not have it. Atem Mini Pro ISO does not have it, but on the Extreme, there's the option for you to do the select bus. So there are buttons here where you can select what goes into your upstream, whether you're doing an upstream, downstream, you choose whatever it is here, then you choose the inputs that you wish to route to those upstream. We are going to be doing a couple of videos on this Atem Mini Extreme, and this is just an overview of the Atem Mini Extreme. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. Another way you can support this channel is to go to bellsmile.com, and then you can place an order for any of these devices and it will be delivered to you. So subscribe, like, and share.